So next up on the track, we have the men's D 1500. In hip number 1, Max Taylor of Essendon. Hip 2, Connor Lynch of St. Kevin's. Hip 3, Isaac Rosado of Eureka. Hip 4, Samuel Rattray of Box Hill. Hip 5, Jack Armstrong of Box Hill. Hip 6, Ben Ludbrook of Eureka. Hip 7, Liam Warrett of Collingwood. Hip 8, Ashton McDonald of Knox. Hip 9, Scott Benedict of Ringwood. Hip 10, Jaden Wallace, Ballarat YCW. Hip 11, Thomas Diamond of Box Hill. Hip 12, Charlie Close of Williamstown. Hip 13, Isaac Biblay of Box Hill. Hip 14, Joshua Tracy of Essendon. Hip 15, Kieran Hess of Box Hill. Hip 16, Raymond Jansen of Athletics Waverley.
So the athletes are spread across 10 seconds of seed times in this men's D race. 4:09 will be the quickest of them. They'll put the athletes through in about 66, 67 second laps to get a time of under 4:10. The Ben Ludbrook from Eureka is the one with the highest seed time. Jaden Wallace and Connor Lynch, Ballarat and St. Kevin's respectively, also ones to watch.
So 10-second spread between these athletes. Another tight, close race and some more nervous energy as we see the athletes just called back from the start line. But off away cleanly now. All out very well, probably the better start. Connor Lynch of St. Kevin's leading them all out.
Charlie Close is in the mix there as well, the athlete from Williamstown in the headband.
So we see some more middle distance prowess of Box Hill on display in this race here. The depth of these runners has been very impressive all night. We'll see how they perform here, but a very big charge made from
Jaden Wallace.
Yeah.
Jaden Wallace from Ballarat YCW.
Yeah, that's right. He certainly wants to make the trip worthwhile, the trip back worthwhile. And if he goes home with a PB, guess what? They'll be stopping on the way home to Ballarat.
Oh, it's Macca's time, baby.
Come on.
Isaac Rosado, he is from the Eureka Club out of Ballarat as well, and he is sitting nicely in second position. So we have Connor Lynch, Isaac Rosato, and a bunch of other athletes behind him, James.
Yeah, a few other. But tell you what, we've had Nathan Pearce come through, I think, for his 40th lap on his cool down on the inside. He's been going for about the past half hour, I think, since the 1500.
Getting those miles in post-falls.
Getting those miles in.
Training is never done.
But Jaden Wallace, the Ballarat athlete, some impressive running at the moment. He's just led the field out, so perhaps they're a little bit slow. We can see them starting to widen out a little bit. A wall of about 4 runners across.
Don't want to be
Make
running.
that 5.
Don't want to be running too much on the outside there as Max Taylor gets onto the rails as they go into the bend. Don't want to be running too far wide as we go into the bends. Few athletes from the Ballarat area right towards the front of this field. Ben Ludbrook being another one, the Eureka athlete in the yellow singlet towards the pointy end of this men's D race.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting race. A lot of little surges kind of going on, and I'm really liking the way that Wallace is running it at the moment. He's running quite aggressively, covering each of the moves. So hopefully that hasn't cost him any of his petrol tickets, and he can be strong over the last 400. But Max Taylor of Essendon still leading our field out and starting to string them out.
They're still very tightly bunched for a field of 16 athletes with 500 metres to go.
Yeah, they're certainly going to make it a tough job for us over this last 400. There's plenty of them coming out.
Jack Armstrong,
some good running. Connor Lynch Now starting to make a move. Ludbrook as well.
Jaden Wallace just gets on Lynch's shoulder straight away. He gets overtaken, then takes him back with gusto as he bridges the gap and puts a few metres into Connor Lynch instantly.
Yeah, that's a huge move from Wallace. And it's not the first one he's made tonight, but wow, Lynch is going right back after him.
And just like that, they're strung across 50 metres on the back straight. Previously, only 10 metres separated the whole field, as it is a ding-dong battle between Connor Lynch and Isaac Rosato.
It's Wallace, no,
Wallace.
Jaden Wallace. No, we've been talking about him for much of this race because he has run very aggressively, really putting every effort that he can to take this home. It's such a good finish. Lynch just trying to get on his shoulder, but wow, this is fantastic running, Jaden Wallace. All the way from Ballarat, YCW 4:11.
Stopping his watch on the line, as good distance runners do. Kieran Hesse, we didn't mention him in the whole race. He came through for a strong third-place finish there as a train of athletes crossed the line in this men's D race. Bunch would have collected PBs there, especially Connor Lynch at the top end of the field.
I tell you what, Jaden Wallace doing that in a pair of flats as well.
That was a very, very interesting race to watch, wasn't it, James?
Oh, it really was. It was a bit unconventional, you might say. Kind of moves made here and there, and then slowing up. And
To-ing and froing of the lead.
that's right. Wallace, he's still running quick up on the back straight over to get his spikes or water or trainers or whatever he's doing. He's got plenty left in his step. So, fantastic run. And
Running back to Ballarat.
yeah, maybe.
Via Macca's, apparently.
Got to get the train.